you have to be with a company?
Why do you think you're using the private property over there?
That's not private.
What's a secure facility? It's a secure facility.
Yeah, that's why we're not in it.
But you're on the property making video
This
inside
is
the
public.
This is public property, sir.
It's public
Why
property.
are you guys making video? That's the question.
Why not?
Is there something you're looking for? Like, why are you guys
We're
making
done
video?
answering questions.
Yeah.
We're in public filming. That's all you need to know.
There's no need. That's fine.
Yeah.
Make your own privacy. You can film anything you can see from public.
You don't want people to look in there. Why don't you close the doors there? Is there doors there?
But there's no circumstance in which you can take away our right to film from a public place. We're done answering those questions.
It's not
We're taking a
private
video,
place.
dude.
It's a public
What's your badge
place.
number? Hey, before you walk, what's your name and badge number?
Yeah.
My name's right here.
Well, what's your name? I can't pronounce that.
Well, you can read it, right?
No.
It's right here.
What is it?
You're catching you on your camera right here.
You won't say your name?
And that's my badge number.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Very helpful.
Okay, what's your badge number?
It's right here.
It's
sir.
two-piece ID.
It's right here. It's
1,
not two
2,
pieces
1,
of
4,
ID.
5.
You can have that and that. Look,
Name and
right?
badge number. That's 2
There
pieces.
you go. You see it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's two
Okay.
pieces. You can
Perfect.
state it. Don't be a
So,
gentleman about
what
it.
are your, I don't have. What are your reasons for being here today?
We're in public filming.
Why?
Because we can.
Why are you asking us? What's your name?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
These guys, are you a supervisor? We just saw you walking down the street. What's your badge number then?
10246.
So these guys should articulate their badge numbers and names, but they don't. Not a
Well,
big,
we
huge
just have
deal.
To, we just have to be visible, actually.
Goodness.
Dash 2.
It's a little more professional
in
to
the
say it.
Police Policy Act, it says you have to state your name and badge number.
It says that we have to have our name and badge.
Welcome back to the channel. Alright guys, watch how these two officers and their female sergeant try to intimidate men who are simply filming in public. They lie about the law, twist secure facility into a magic phrase, and hope these guys will just surrender their rights. Before we break this down, hit like and drop a comment with your thoughts on this ridiculous interaction.
Oh, it says it's state 13-2. We know. Well, I'm telling you right
Sir,
now.
this is a police facility.
Yes.
This part of it is private property. You're filming into a police garage.
Yeah.
Fortunately, because of our gate situation that it doesn't lock right now, you have access to see all of license plate numbers of all of our.
I do, yeah.
Of all of our private cars and also our personal cars, right? And our professional cars. This is what our concern is. That you're reporting into the facility. You're welcome to take pictures of the exterior of the building to see if that's what you're doing, just for the architectural value of it. But you are not to film into the garage.
Done in there?
Actually, anything we film from a public viewpoint, we can get.
The
So
public viewpoint would be on the
right
side.
here.
No, this is
right
a
where
public
these,
place.
public bikes
This
are.
is actually all part of the Toronto Police.
You're trying to use the Trespass to Property Act right now, aren't you? Unless we're acting under a right or authority conferred by law, you can't kick us out of here. And we are actually.
This is our property.
Nah,
This is
no,
Toronto
no.
Police
It's the
property.
city's. It's city's property.
The city's property that we run.
No, you work
This
for
is
us.
our-
You
okay,
work for us.
listen.
You work for us.
This
in
is our
the city.
facility, and unless you want to go stand on the sidewalk, we can remove you from our property.
No, you can't. You know what? Before we go any farther here, I have a right
De-escalate.
under the freedom of press to exercise the freedom of press
I'm
under the
aware.
Charter of Rights. And the Charter of Rights, Section 2B, protects us from people like you who think that we cannot film in places
Yeah.
such as this.
And you're a
This
sergeant? Are
is
you a
public
sergeant?
property.
Yes.
That's horrible
This is
that you don't know that.
This is our property, and you're filming into a private police facility.
Are these your bikes? Is this what you guys use to get around town?
property into this area is our property.
No, it isn't.
City
Needs to-
property,
needs to
city
remain
benches,
outside of our
city
property.
city
Do you
bikes
Do you understand?
that you can rent. This is all owned by the city.
I hear what you're
It's
saying. I
city
don't agree with
property.
you. You're not. What you're doing is not legal. What you're doing is you're trying to violate our rights because you guys have a shitty gate.
Nobody's trying to violate your
Yeah,
rights,
you
sir.
are. That's exactly
I'm
what
just
you're
letting
doing.
You know, if you want to stand by these bikes,
What's this for?
You are welcome.
Is this
If
a
you
bench?
If you come into our property,
We won't come
we're
in
gonna
your
have to
property.
remove-
Right from the start, the officers push the narrative that this is their property. They claim you must be with a company, that the area is somehow not public, and that filming toward a police facility is suspicious. The auditors calmly respond, "This is public property, we're filming because we can." That's all you need to know. Perfectly lawful, perfectly constitutional behavior.
We already
property.
know
Understand
not
that?
to come in there.
Yeah, we're not going
This
in
is
restricted
why
areas.
I'm
We don't
bringing
go in
you
restricted
the
areas,
situation
exactly.
With our concern about the fact that we have this gate that unfortunately, like I said, it's being
That's
fixed
not
by
our
the
problem.
city.
Nope.
I get it, but if you're utilizing this to try and gather information on our vehicles, our license plates, that's where my safety concern is.
Who can
You
run?
understand
Who
that?
can run license plates?
What would we do with that information?
Yeah, what would we do?
What possibly? What
Because
could
if
we
you
possibly do?
can
with
I?
it?
Oh,
Go
one
ahead.
second
You
here.
can
How about?
the MTO. Listen, there's been a lot of people
Listen,
do
I'm
this
gonna
before,
give you
okay?
something right
I'm
now.
not trying to be confrontational with you. I'm
Yeah,
trying
you
to
are. You're
explain
very
with you.
confrontational.
I don't think that's the case. I think I've been.
Because
calm
I'll
with
sit
you,
out there
talking
on a
to
public
you.
sidewalk and I'll get every single license plate that comes out of there. and I'll have it up on my channel tonight. But yet we come here to exercise our rights. Now, if you would stand up
Now,
and
if you're
protect
talking
our
about
rights
the
like you swore an oath to, and stood up for our rights and let us film in public, Charters 2B, there would be no problem. We'd probably leave here. But you're coming out here trying to push us off, saying we can't videotape
We've been
in
here
here
for less than 30 seconds. We
30
saw you just
seconds,
pull
you
in.
cops are on. You're bad. You need to talk to your other,
What was his name?
your other cops here
Yeah,
and
there's
let
no-
them know that public photography is not a crime.
It's not in public, but if you're talking
Yes,
about
it is.
We are in
compromising-
public.
compromising
And that's
the
another
safety
thing.
of-
Your
you understand?
ownership to this place, you guys, your entitlement has gotten so friggin' high, thinking that you guys own this. It's the people own it. The city owns this. We pay the taxes.
Listen,
We pay your
it
way. You
operates
own.
this facility.
Yes.
And if you're not complying with the way that we operate, so if you're threatening us, if
Nobody's
you're
threatening.
Then comes the classic dodge, refusing to properly identify. When asked for name and badge number, they point at their chest and mumble, "It's right here." They treat a simple request for identification like an inconvenience instead of a basic duty. One officer acts smug, another passive-aggressive, all while demanding to know why citizens dare use cameras in public around their building.
Threatening you?
I'm just letting you know.
You're throwing
If
a lot
you're-
of criminal
Yeah.
terminology out there.
I
We're not
understand.
threatening
Yeah,
you.
you're
As long
making
as
up.
not-
You're
Hold on.
making up
You're threatening
threats.
to
Sorry,
post
go
your-
ahead.
We're not
you're threatening to
harassing.
post all of our
Oh, you're
license plate.
We can, dude.
No.
It's
I
on.
understand.
If I had a dash cam and I parked right up the street and caught every one of your license plate numbers down and posted it, there's nothing anybody can do with that information unless they're in a position of power. And then we're talking about government corruption. If somebody goes into the MTO and gets your guys' license plates,
I just wanna
we
make
don't
you
do
know
that.
why we were
We're here.
concerned.
We
You're not
mean no
concerned, you're
harm.
trying to
That's why I'm
force
trying
us
to
off.
tell you.
No harm. We mean no harm whatsoever.
As long as you mean no harm,
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with you
Okay.
staying on the public
We don't
part
care
of
if
the
you have a
property.
problem or not.
I'm
We're
just trying to
staying.
get-
No, we don't. No, I don't care because you're not giving me permission to do something I'm allowed to do. No,
They're
sir,
having a
nothing.
very
I'm not
civil
talking.
and
I'm
very
done with you
civil
guys.
and
See you
calm
later.
conversation.
See you
I
guys
think we're
later.
having
See you
a
guys.
civil
This
conversation
conversation's
here.
over.
You
No,
can't
this
tell me
conversation's
this
over. Is
Hold
it
on.
over?
I'll explain one thing to you.
Yeah.
We won't go into any restricted
Sit there.
areas.
You
We've
can't
been
even
here
tell
for
me
10
your
seconds.
name.
This is a bench.
Listen, as long as you don't.
You know that?
It was very confrontational when I came over here. What I was trying to do is explain to you why the officers came over and why there was concern. It
Because
was
they're
very aggressive
entitlement.
right from the beginning, right?
Thank you. There's.
So listen, that
there-
is why I came over to speak to you. It wasn't to engage you with any kind of like threatening you with criminal charges or anything like that. I was explaining to
And
you
we're
our
on-
concern where you were filming. Okay?
It's
And
fine.
to
There's
know-
nothing we can do with that information.
And I'm glad that you're not going to be doing anything with that.
Now watch how the supervisor jumps in with a legal guilt trip. She starts throwing around Trespass to Property Act, claiming this whole area magically becomes police property because the city owns it. She tells them they can be removed for not following their rules, ignoring the fact this is public land and they work for the people. The entitlement is off the chart.
There's nothing we can do. It's impossible. You guys are the only ones that can run license
We're all
plates.
on
And this is a
rights,
bench.
right?
I doubt that.
Yeah.
I highly doubt that. Give me an
Next
incident
time, show
number
some
and I
respect
want to
and
look
just
into
say your
it.
name. Be proud of it. Be proud of it. Don't
When
go
I know
here.
about
It's here.
incidents
Shit.
reporting, we have undercover plainclothes vehicles we don't want the license plates to be known of. Okay?
And we would know that how?
I'm just letting. That's
Okay.
why I'm explaining it to you. That's why
Don't
I'm
explain.
explaining it to
This
you.
Yes,
cop-
that's exactly what it is.
We don't care. See you guys later.
That's fine.
We're
And
not
then-
here
I'm
for
just
any
letting you
ill will.
know.
We're not going to go anywhere we're not supposed to go, and that's all you need to know. See you later. Take care. Have a good day. Be safe out there.
We no longer have to talk, but I was talking to this.
He
young
doesn't
man,
want
we
to
were
talk no
having a
more neither, do you?
conversation. If you don't, then that's fine.
One second.
I was just letting you know this is the reason why we had concerns that you were filming into our garage.
And
okay?
I've told you, I've dispelled those fears.
and
We're going to be
fine.
filming. We're going to run into you guys all night. We're here for the evening, so.
Okay, and listen, I just wanted to let you know that if you at any point go on the actual property, then we could remove you. But if you want to stay in the public area, you're welcome to, okay?
Is that a publicly accessible building?
You can go in, but if you don't abide by the rules and if there's harassment happening to us in that building, we can trespass you.
I'm
from
not
our building.
harassing.
I'm saying that if you
The auditors fire right back, and they're absolutely right. They invoke freedom of the press under Charter Section 2(b), reminding her that filming from a public vantage point is protected. They call out her ignorance, point out that she works for the public, and make it crystal clear this is not her property. It's city property, paid for by taxpayers, including them.
Oh,
ask
if
you did, then you could be removed.
I did something illegal, you could arrest me. Is that what you're trying to say? I got
No,
it.
You could be trespassing.
We already know. We don't
property,
need you to tell us
because
that.
although that you're saying that it's yes, are we a public facility? Yes, that you're welcome to come in, but it doesn't give you carte blanche that you can do whatever you want in our building. That means that we have the authority to remove you from our property if you're engaging in behavior.
I wish you quit saying
is
that.
not
Our
conducive
property. Your
what
entitlement
the Toronto
is.
Police Service
The
will
police
allow,
is
okay?
entitled
You're
has
being
gone through the
harassing.
roof, man. They
You can
forgot
be
who they
removed from our
worked for.
building.
We're not.
They
Okay,
forgot
I'm
who
just
pays
letting
for
you
this
know.
building. They forgot.
You're telling me stuff that I already know. As just everybody should know that if you're going to a police station and you act violent towards them, you're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna go away in handcuffs. We're not here causing shit. That guy leapt over the bench. I was just taking a picture of the sign, and he leapt over the bench, and I had to come back and see. It was literally been here for 10 seconds. So listen, I want to end this. I don't want to talk anymore. We are not going to cause any harm. We
As long
mean
as
you
that's
guys no
the
harm.
agreement That you mean
Yeah.
us no harm.
It's not
We have to
agreement.
come and ask why you're filming.
You're
into
allowed,
our-
yeah,
filming
but
into
don't-
our
It's not no
facility,
agreement.
You
right?
can't kick
We
us
don't
off.
know. That's just what
Public
we do.
area,
We don't
that's
start
fine.
shit.
Back into our area, I'm just letting you know that you can
We'd
either
never
be
go in there.
trespassed or arrested. That's it.
It says,
okay?
look, do not enter.
Letting
Police
you-
vehicles.
letting you
Oh,
know,
it says police
okay?
vehicles only.
And what I would like to say is that it isn't your property. It really isn't. What you should do, and I mean this, like when people do come around, is treat it as the people's property. You guys work to protect and serve us.
So what's the police excuse now? Safety and license plates. She claims filming into the garage is dangerous because undercover cars and personal vehicles go in and out, blaming a malfunctioning gate. But again, that's their problem, not the public's. If a license plate can be seen from a lawful public position, you can record it. The only people who can abuse that info are in government.
From having our rights violated.
That's what we sign up for.
Yeah.
But this is a facility.
Don't treat us like we're out
maintained
here.
by us,
Hold on.
Right?
Don't treat
Why,
us
you
like
bought
we're
the
criminals right off the bat. Those two did.
I doubt it.
They treated us like we were criminals from the start. Come out and have a nice conversation. You have been very respectful. Those two guys came out a little hot for my liking. It was not very professional.
The one guy did,
and they would
big
not.
guy.
Neither one of them would identify themselves using their name and badge number. And I told Lahan, I think it is. Is that his name?
Sir, I'd like to say I repeated.
Oh, you did. Your name.
So, but you just said that you got
Your name.
Sir, my name's plainly visible. I don't have to state it for you if I don't want to.
So in our procedure,
In the name of professionalism, you did. Thank you.
I'll let you know. Although I have no problem stating my name, what it says is that we actually have to have our name tags displayed and our badge numbers displayed.
What if
I have
somebody
no-
can't read
then
or
I
has
have-
very
I have-
bad
I
eyesight?
get what you're saying.
13-2.
I don't.
13- under the police.
I know,
Yeah, it says
very, very
exactly
well
that.
what our procedures are under the Toronto Police Service, and that is what we need to do. It
Well, I'm
has
gonna
to
put in the
display
video
and put here.
what you're
That's-
supposed to do.
That's fine, sir. But I'm just letting you know that's what our procedures say. So they both plainly have their epaulets on, which show their badge numbers.
Oh, even under
and
your
their
policy.
name
I'll
tags.
find it in your policy. So you're,
wel-
doing a
you're
policy
welcome.
violation
You're welcome
right
to
now.
look into the Toronto
I will.
routine
I will.
orders and procedures.
I promise you I will.
You're welcome to try and find those.
If I'm wrong, I'll admit it too.
Just one second.
Perfect.
You'll notice how the tone shifts when the auditors refuse to bow down. They tell the officers straight, "We're staying, we mean no harm, and we don't need your permission to exercise our rights." They remind them cameras are not weapons, this is a bench in a public space, and that police entitlement has gotten out of control. The cops are not used to being told no.
What I would say just in the future, in the sake of professionalism, is don't treat people like they're criminals for having a camera. This isn't a weapon. It's not going to hurt you guys. No, you got your. Hold on. Let me just finish my thought, if you don't mind. You jumped to trespassing and removing us from the property, and the other two guys treated us like we were criminals the second they came out. Now we're not. So just next time you see a camera, just act appropriately. It's just a camera, and if somebody's not breaking the law, there's nothing you can do. Isn't there a film festival this weekend? Oh, holy shit. Just saying, if you see a camera, it doesn't mean that they're out to hurt you automatically.
We get recorded all the time. Like I said, the reason why we came over and the concerns that we had is because we have plainclothes vehicles, we have our own personal vehicles that come in and out of here, and we have a gate that unfortunately is malfunctioning that they're working on, but again, the city is working on fixing that.
It
Reason
still
why-
doesn't make it illegal. Even with the gate shut, people
Listen,
can see them coming out.
I totally get it, and that's why I'm trying to explain. That's where our concern came when we came over here to talk to you.
Yeah.
Was that's where our concern is. That there was wanted to make sure you had a legitimate reason as to why you were filming. And
Don't
that,
need one.
And then we wanted to make sure that you understood where our concern was, and if that you came into the garage, that there would be consequences. That's all we wanted to do. Okay? We didn't even have like.
No, I understand.
I would like to say something.
Right?
You could have come.
Eventually, the supervisor tries to soften it, claiming she's just educating them and explaining concerns. But the auditors nail it. From the beginning, they were treated like criminals for having cameras. Trespassing threats, removal threats, assumptions of bad intent, all before any unlawful act. They remind her that free press and public photography are completely legal, and that cops, not citizens, need the education here.
And you could have asked us, and we didn't have to say a single thing to you. We don't have to explain to you what we're doing. What we're trying to teach you cops is that you should know that filming in public is totally legal. Totally legal.
You recognize that?
Yes. And until we
I
do
said,
something
this
wrong,
is what
that's
our
the
concern
only
was.
time you could threaten us with your stuff that you were doing earlier.
Removing
and you
us
were.
and stuff.
And I'll
Nobody was threatening. What we were doing was explaining and educating. That was all we were doing.
not explaining because we don't need the education you do. You cops do. You
Okay.
need the education to know that this place isn't yours.
And you
ain't
did-
in there
you did-
robbing.
Although it's
You don't
publicly
maintain
funded,
this place at all.
Look, although it's publicly
Public
funded,
workers that do. And we
are
pay for that
able-
bill.
I wanna hear
we are
this.
able to trespass people from our property.
Sure you
As
can.
the Toronto Police Service.
Sure you can.
That's
If
what I
we
was trying
break
to
the
explain.
law.
If they break the law.
If you engage in an act on our property that is not lawful purpose that you're here
Prohibited.
for, or it's prohibited in any way, you can be removed from the property.
Exactly.
That
We're
is
not
all
doing that,
I
are
was
we?
trying to explain to you.
And we're
And
not
free
doing
press
that,
is
are
a
we?
very legal reason. Making a video, freedom of expression, it denotes that you can gather all the content you want, and that's covered under the Section 2B of the Charter of
I
Rights.
get it. You're very
We are
aware of your
invoking
Charter of
those
rights.
rights. Those rights have been invoked, and
Totally fine, sir.
Okay.
That's totally fine.
I'm going to go
Okay?
inside and grab
That's-
my form before they close. What time do the doors
We
lock? Oh,
are open 24 hours a day.
Small
So
towns.
you are welcome to go in and grab those forms. Absolutely, okay?
okay.
You guys have a nice evening.
You too.
We'll be going back inside, okay?
Search
Very
that
good.
up, what I told you. And get rid of that entitlement. Please. Be respectful to the public.
And this, ladies and
We
gentlemen,
pay
is what
bills
we
here.
call the walk of shame.
Every paycheck you get.
Now this shows perfectly how most police officers think that they own everything and everyone, and above all, it shows why you cannot trust most police officers, as they show to have no respect for our rights and the law. And this is why it is so important for you to know your rights and to help us to bring awareness to the rest of the public. So don't forget to support the channel by subscribing, like the video and leave a comment to reach more people. And remember, always record the police.
And then comes the walk of shame. The officers retreat while the auditors stand their ground, still filming, still free. This perfectly shows how many police believe they own public spaces and the people in them. It proves why you can't blindly trust officers who ignore rights and law. Know your rights, always record, subscribe to support the channel, smash like, and share this to wake more people up.